Imagine someone's really pissed me off and I'm on the verge of punching them on the face. And do you know what will really push me off? Someone saying something stupid like dope. Ramcharan is back with Game Changer, and obviously the expectations are high after the phenomenal success of RRR. But eyes are not only on the actor, it's on the director as well, Shankar, for who this is a solid chance of redemption after Indian 2. How many of you have watched Indian 2? And how are you doing? Game Changer is a movie that does too much for attention. It has a huge big budget of 450 crore rupees, but it looks like it's been edited on InShot by a noob. I got to know that it's intentional. Apparently, it is supposed to look like a reel. But for heaven's sake, what Cocomelon ass reel are you looking at for reference? The premise of the movie is about an overdue cleanup of electoral malpractices and corrupt politics. So basically, it's nothing novel. And it doesn't need to be new given that it has worked before. And the issue that it focuses on is as relevant today as it was when, say, Nayak released. By the way, the movie starts with a jump scare, so be prepared for that. I really dislike horror and it unsettled me for a while because horror really F's up my brain. There's a CM who has a change of heart after a near death experience. So he decides not to play dirty politics anymore, but this ruins the prospect of who? The next in line. This is also the villain origin story, and I will come back to it in a while. Ramcharan has a dual role but in separate timelines. He does a good job in both. In one, he is an IAS officer who makes an entrance in Ganji and Lungi, sponsored by Manyavar. Before this, he was an IPS officer, and this is a very big deal to the mini villains in the scene who have been contrived for plot convenience because they really have no role to play in the bigger picture. Coming back to the Ganji and Lungi, Ramcharan, being a 10 on 10, makes it look like a style statement. He is so 10 on 10, in fact, that when he bats his eyelid, his lush lashes clear away the dust cloud in front of him. I am not exaggerating, that happens in the movie. Ramcharan's present day character, remember he has two characters in two different timelines, is also named Ram, and he is a pretty big deal in his hometown. Because when he arrives to his hometown, he's going back to his house apparently after a break. The entire neighborhood is dancing. The dance was a strange one. It looked like a cross between a seizure and a PT practice, and it got me wondering, like, who could the choreographer be? And then Ganesh Acharya steps into the frame, and everything suddenly makes sense. Funny part is, no one in his family wears ganji and lungi, and in a flashback to his college days, he wasn't wearing a ganji and lungi then either. So can someone please explain why was his introductory shot in a ganji and lungi? Like, where's the connect? Moving on to Kiara Advani's character in the movie, she is a medical student, but this time she is an expert in anger management. She's not going to have another Kabir Singh for a boyfriend. Her character doesn't really add on much to the story except that it is required for Ramcharan's character to show his softer side, who is otherwise this angry young man who's beating up everybody like wrongdoers, sort of a trope. Oh, yeah, but she's also a connect to his past at a later stage. They have an easy breezy love story with a small hiccup which gets resolved fast so that the story can move forward. SJ Surya plays the out and out villain who is obsessed with becoming the CM mainly so that he can expand his wealth through criminal means. He has no redeeming quality whatsoever. You'll get a bit of a deja vu from his performance because he has played a manic, obsessive, negative character before, and this time the only distinguishing factor seems to be a physical tick. Okay, so he snaps his finger in this weird fashion, something like this, and he's constantly doing that as if it's supposed to mean anything. He also has a ridiculous reaction to hearing the word nikamma. Like, I wouldn't like it either if anyone called me nikamma, but imagine going, hey, anytime you heard the word. Speaking of physical comedy, there's a little too much of it in the movie. Am I supposed to laugh at a person with disability? And there's another key character in the movie who has a similar condition. She's unable to look straight. The diversity needs diversity. Not to forget this character, I think, who's played by a popular actor, I forget his name. He keeps gawking at Kiara. And it's funny because he talks and walks in a weird way and dresses funny. He also takes pictures of her with this specs he wears and it has some camera installed in it, some high tech thing. Harassment is not funny. What's wrong with the writers? The first half is not exactly bad, but it does get better in the second half. But the switch was so erratic, it took me some time to figure out that we had jumped timelines. The flashback clearly has more depth, it has no shosha, and you wonder if the entire movie should have been treated with such sobriety. Ramcharan does a fabulous job of portraying a person who is markedly different from him in real life. Not that I know him personally. I'm just saying that the mannerisms of the IAS officer was so much like a superstar, which he is in real life. I don't know how much effort it might have taken him to actually become that. Anjali's character Anjali's character does more for the story than Kiara's did. And she does, however, keep breaking into this random dance, and where she's like beating this drum that's affixed to her chest. And she does this without provocation, and she does this with a lot of ferocity. That it literally made me think, should I be apologizing for something? Because why is she so angry? There is a point in the movie where the character who plays her husband is actually very distressed, and she suddenly starts to dance like that, and he just gets up and walks away, which I think is a very normal reaction. That sort of upsets her because she was trying to improve his mood. Imagine being upset and someone just starts dancing in front of you. What is happening in this movie? Okay, the song and dance sequences also need some mention. Clearly, Ramcharan loves to dance, and he has the energy of this over-enthusiastic school child who has fought his way to the front row of a group performance. You know, the sort of dances we used to do back in school for annual day functions. Oh, and I don't know if this is stereotyping by the makeup artist, but there is this song which is set in a psychedelic Rajasthan sort of a place, and the actor is given a streak of blonde hair. I literally couldn't take my eyes off Kiara in these songs because she was looking so good in those costumes. But here is Ramcharan over dancing like she is his opponent in a dance battle. No, she's your friend, lover. Don't compete. Game Changer's story could be good, but unfortunately, a lot of it is conveyed through dialogues, which in this case is quite weak. I'll give you an example. So, there is this bit which features in the trailer as well. So, Ramcharan's character says something like, I am unpredictable, with this weird hand gesture. Now, it sounds like this flows from some previous conversation, or, sounds like it should have been a comeback of sorts. It's not. Therefore, it doesn't land. You know when and how it could have landed? Were the movie's name Unpredictable and not Game Changer? Like one of those aha moments when a character says the name of the movie. Overall, Game Changer has a good story, pretty good cinema in parts, and it's made for an urban audience. It's not a big step up from Shankar's last venture, and it does not do justice to Ramcharan's acting chops. The editing is annoying, and the songs pop up like those unskippable ads you see on YouTube when you don't pay for the premium version of it. But at least the action is not ridiculous like the climax of Pushpa 2. What was that cringe? Will I recommend it? Probably not.